But man, Esham,
Well, they're working on it.
when we played that music, it put the fear in us, real legit fear, because he's rapping about things. He's rapping about the devil. He's rapping about and his voice sounded like the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, really? No, it was the wicked shit. The wicked shit is, it wasn't just a rhyme I was making, man. I made a genre up, man. The wicked shit is for everybody. That's why so many people do it now to this day. Even back then when I was doing what I was doing, I was speaking about God and the devil. My records was super spiritual, brother. You know, and people just didn't get it because it was ahead of its time. You know, nobody had ever done any kind of music like that before. People wasn't even talking about those subject matters. So it was kind of taboo for me to even come in and be speaking about these things, even at such an early age. You got to remember, I was a little kid. I had turned 13 on the microphone and started busting the wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when I met you guys, because you were inner city posse when I met you,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
and y'all was fresh as hell. Y'all had the dog beats out and y'all was doing y'all thing. You know, y'all had like an Ice Cube vibe going on with y'all.
And we still do.
But I do remember we got close, you know what I'm saying? Because we was working on y'all record when we was up at the Temper Mill.
Yeah.
And I met y'all and I got on that song with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even before then, I already had like a couple of records out. Like you say, I was well established, you know, throughout all the mom and pops. And slowly but surely, not even the mom and pops, but all the distribution in Michigan, we had to connect to that. You used to ask me all the time to sign you, and I would say no. I was like, man, I can show you how to do what I'm doing. And that's what I did. You know, I don't know if you remember that, but I was like, man, I'm not going to sell you no dream.
Tom
We all
Gilardi
got
saw
to get
that
out here and
shit.
hustle, and that's where this blueprint comes from. And we all was hustling at that time.
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? I was only there to share the knowledge, man. And that's what I did in the beginning. So that's where all this stuff kind of comes from. And over a course of time, yeah, I mean, we all studying the game, but I was just spitting it. You know, it was just coming to me back in the day. And when people realized what we was doing, we was pushing a lot of buttons with the subject matter.
And the thing
I
is,
just continued to push buttons. You know, and we just was entertaining people at that point. You know, it's no different from Stephen King or writing a horror movie. You know, that's why people started to call it horrorcore. And it was so many spinoffs of the actual music that we were doing coming out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Even with the records like Carnival of Carnage, like all this stuff put the grit and laid the foundation and laid the first workings of what we call this genre, which is the wicked shit.
well, the thing is,
I like to say that even when we did Carnival of Carnage, I was just a young producer too. I didn't know how to make beats. I was pushing buttons, but y'all was really the first group I ever produced outside of my own records.
right?
You know what I mean?
The
So
thing
that's
is,
why we was working. Y'all got the same beats I got because I was using the same equipment. Y'all even came to my mama's house in my room and recorded those records. Y'all don't remember that?
Woo, that closet was
Like
hot,
over
boy.
on Shayna, we recorded "Black in Your Eyes" in my bedroom.
Yes, sir.
That's
That
my
closet,
childhood
that hot
bedroom.
boy closet.
And we was rapping on crates. We was rapping on milk crates. And all my equipment was like put together with tape. And it was all like the worst equipment you could have in the world. But somehow I made it work enough to get those records
Right.
out. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So it was just even a blessing that we even had some access to some equipment because nobody had any money back then.
Nah,
you know what I
fuck no.
mean?
Sure.
you know, the thing
Sure
is, though,
didn't.
and when
Holy
Esham
shit.
came out, the shit was so unique on a global perspective. It was so fucking unique. And in an army of wicked shit artists came out behind him, after him. But Esham already took it to every depth you could take it to.
Yeah,
So there
pretty
was
much.
nobody else taking it to the next level because he already was at every level you could go to. And everything sounded weaker in comparison because Esham came out and maxed it out. Honestly, he was as brilliant with it as you could be. Honestly, man.
Now, you said the bar like impossibly high.
He said it so high, like
Right.
everybody just was weak in comparison because, you know, even though an army of motherfuckers came out trying to do the same shit, it was weak in comparison because you couldn't fucking do it the way he did it, you know? And
Well, we also all grew up in Detroit, and Detroit is a real hard, gritty city, man. It's just like the Zug Island you rap about. It's just like Southwest Detroit, anywhere in Detroit. So we all got that embedded in us because we grew up inside that community. We didn't even really know how special it was because we was just living it. You know what I mean? Like we was just going through the motions inside that city. But we all grew up in Detroit, and I think that played an important role in how the music was crafted too. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, man. And your shit wasn't just inner city Detroit. Your shit was inner city Detroit as inner city as you can get, and it was suburban.
Yeah.
I mean, like this shit spread like fire. It spread like a napalm bomb.
It was like some Michael Jackson level shit where everybody listened to it.
And
it wasn't just kids in the city or kids in the burbs. Everybody listened to that
and it
shit.
felt criminal. But you couldn't
even
stop.
when that happened, that's what inspired me too to just reach out and work with people like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, I always saw that light, that Shangri-La in y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I first met y'all. So it was like even from those very first days, I knew it was something special happening in Detroit and with the people that I chose to spend my time with. So, you know, I'm thankful that everything that happened like it happened, man. Even Carnival of Carnage, like you got to listen to them records, man. Some of those samples was off. It was all type of noise in there. We didn't know what we was doing,
Oh, yeah,
but we was having fun just making it happen, man.
Man, I'm grateful we're still doing it, E.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
grateful we're sitting here talking
absolutely.
about it right now, about new albums and shit. I'm grateful for that, man.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. It's been a long time coming, man. What was that, like 30 years ago? Like,
About that, yeah.
Long ass
some
time ago.
shit.
But E, let's talk